Okay. Good evening, everyone. Myself, Chetan Vani. I'm an entrepreneur of Apt Resources Private Limited. It's an HR consultancy based in Thane. We run a channel called My Online HR Manager. This channel is basically for the entrepreneurs and HR professional to manage their HR department on their own. So you'll get the videos in a very simplified way, which a layman can also understand. So do subscribe the channel if you haven't. And before starting ahead, I would like to thank all the participants who have joined. And I'll start with a brief introduction of Mr. Hitendra Soniji. Today's our topic is how to increase efficiency of your employees, which is presented by our trainer, Mr. Hitendra Soniji. He is a founder and CEO. He is a founder, CEO, motivational speaker, and corporate trainer for a company called Will to Win, which is a Baroda-based company started in June 2010. He has trained more than 40,000 people, which is still, the counting is still going on. He is associated with more than 250 plus corporate companies. He has a vast experience of 30 years into sales and marketing with 10 years as a corporate trainer. So currently, as I said, he's running his own own company, Build to Win in Baroda, and he would be presenting. He'll be taking the next 1 hour sessions on how to train as an employer or as an HR, the tips that how to increase your employees' efficiency, how to get more productivity out of them with his experience. So handing over to Hitendra Soniji.
Yeah, thank you, Chetan. It was my pleasure.
Thank you,
yeah, I welcome all the participants and wish them a happy new year. So, can we share the screen, please?
Yes, sir. I have given you the rights.
Okay, fine. Just share it. Fine. Screen is available to all, right? It's visible
yes, sir,
to all.
it's visible. Yes, visible.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, so just
before this, those who are watching live on YouTube, you can put your questions on the comment box, and we will try to answer all the questions, or at least some of them.
fine. So, good evening, friends. This is Hitendra Soneji welcoming you to our new webinar, Improve Employee Efficiency. Because everybody nowadays is worried about the productivity of an employee. Because everybody knows how the scenario is as of today. Right? Everybody is in stress, everybody is frustrated, and many negative things going on in their mind. So as negative things goes on in the mind, then frustration takes place, the stress level goes high, the productivity decreases. So how to increase your employees efficiency and productivity is a very big challenge for all the HR people, for all the managers, for all the leaders. How to improve it? So let us see. So how can we do it step by step and increase your employees efficiency so that we can get a good productivity out of them, right? So that they can perform better and better. So how can leaders improve employee productivity while still saving time? Because there is always a time constraint, right? We have a limited time, and in those limited time we have to finish all our tasks, right? What if the task is not finished? Obviously it is going to be procrastinated, right, for the next day. Then again the workload increases. As the workload increases, the task keeps on procrastinating from day to day, day to day, day to day, and it gets piled on. And that pile on task makes the employee unproductive, makes him frustrated, the environment very, very stressful for that particular employee. So how can we now help our employees? So as daylight savings approaches and 2021 is well underway now, so it's a good time to think about different ways you can well save time. So these days, now employees are spending more and more time at office work because the routine is very much tight. Everybody is busy in their own routine work. Everybody, including managers, leaders, HR professionals, employees, workers, everybody, they are very much scheduled tight. So certainly exceeding the typical 48 hours week. So sometimes they have to do some overtime also, right? So however, increasing hours work does not necessarily translate to increased efficiency. So all the time we think that some extra time if we put in our work, some overtime, so we can have a good productivity. But no, that is not the case. Putting more hours is not going to increase the efficiency of an employee, right? So how can leaders and managers improve employee productivity while still saving time? Now this is the biggest challenge. Biggest challenge. So we have got some 10 tips for you to implement at your workplace. So here are the top 10 things you can do to increase employee efficiency at workplace. So don't be afraid to delegate, match task to skills, communicate effectively, keep goals clear and focused, incentivize employees, cut out the excess, train and develop employees, embrace telecommunicating, give each other feedback. 10 big picture. Think big picture. Now, these are the 10 things which can improve your employees' efficiency and productivity. So let us see one by one the tips. How can they be implemented in our real life situations? Taking from number one, don't be afraid to delegate. So delegation means what? Everybody knows delegation is an art, right? Delegation is an art, means how to give the job to the particular employee, whom to give, how much to give, right? So it is an art. So while this tip might seem the most obvious, it is often the most difficult to put into practice. Why this is most difficult to put into practice? So can any of the participant answer this question? What are your point of views? What do you think? Why this delegation is the most difficult practice? Yeah, anybody can unmute their mic and speak up. Fine. No one? Fine. No problem. No problem. I'm over here. So your company is your baby. So you want to have a direct hand in everything that goes on with it, right? Now, what the leaders think, what the managers think, let me do all the things, right? We want to have our hands, in all the directions, in all the tasks. I want to do this. This is my work. This is my job. This is my task. This is my team. This is my company. So I have to do all the things. I have to do all the things. So they are burdened, overburdened, in fact, with their own task. So once the manager or the leader, he himself is overburdened with the task, if he takes the task with him that I have to do it myself, so the productivity of the manager and the team is going to lose.
Is it because of fear of losing control over things?
Fear, yes, exactly. So there are fear. The fear factor is always there because what we have, actually fear is where? Actually, fear is in our mind. Fear is in our thought. It is not actually uh, outside in the world. It is only inside in our thought process. Fear is the biggest enemy, you can say, which stops the productivity for anybody. So we have to just take out the fear. And what we have to do as a manager or as a team leader, we have to learn about our team members. Who are our team members? What are their backgrounds? Right? What are their knowledge? What are they carry skills with them? Right? What are their core competencies? What they are good at? So once the leader has the list of all the individual team leaders or team members, then it is very easy for a leader to delegate the job to the particular team member. Because without knowing the competencies, without knowing the knowledge, without knowing the set of skills the employee has, we cannot delegate it. For the sake of delegation, we delegate it, but the result, the outcome is zero. Productivity is lost, efficiency is lost, and the employee himself will be demotivated, right? So giving the wrong job to the wrong person will always give you wrong results. The negative results are going to come. So always choose the right person for the right kind of job. First, you have to see that what kind of skills set he has, what capacity he is carrying with him, what capabilities he is carrying with him, what knowledge he is carrying with him, what he is good at. So what he is good at and matching with his skills and knowledge, we have to delegate the job. Once you delegate the job according to their competency, so their performance will increase, productivity will increase, and their motivation level will also increase. Once the motivation level also increases, the leader will have more and more of confidence in their team members, and the team members will also similarly have the same confidence in their leaders also. It will be having a win-win situation for the team and the leader, right? So first of all, we have to just find out who our team members are, what are their backgrounds, what are their education qualifications, what are their experiences, and what do they carry in their mind. Because every individual employee carries some ideas. So what kind of ideas and what kind of beliefs they carry, it's very important to know for a leader. Once you know that what they carry, right, and you just encourage them to talk. Once you encourage them to talk, so keep a note of it, that what they are carrying, right? And according to the data you have collected from your team, according to the data, just delegate the thing as it is, right? And you will see, you will be having a very healthy team. You'll be having a very healthy team, and you'll be having the most happiest employees in your organization. Because what they love to do, give them that job what they love to do it, right? And what they love to do, and we delegate the job what they love to do it, so they will be the most happiest person on this earth. They will love it, right? So don't try to do everything by our own. So let me do the things I want to do. I want to do this, I want to do those XYZ things. We carry overloads with us. So just cut it down. Just cut down your overloads, right? And start delegating it. So checking over every small detail yourself rather than delegating can waste someone's valuable time. The wrong delegation. The wrong delegation is going to waste a lot of time, yours as well as employees. And the job is also not done properly because he has got the half knowledge of doing the things. He doesn't have the full knowledge of doing the things. And we are just delegating the things. The things are not working out, right? So everything is going round the bushes and we are not getting the desired results, right? Everybody is working very hard, but are they working hard in the right direction? That is important. Everybody is working very hard, but everybody is working on their own competencies, or on their own competencies, on their own skills and the knowledge what they carry with them, right? So is their knowledge, skill and competencies matching the job what they are doing? That is most important thing. If it is matching, then you are the most luckiest person and the employee is the most happiest person. And if it is not matching, so what is going to happen? The productivity is going to lose, efficiency is going to lose, right? And the desired results, what we want, we will not be getting it. So delegation should be done precisely, knowing your employees, knowing your team members, what they want and what good at they are. So instead, give responsibilities to qualified employees and trust that they will perform the task well. Now you have to show your trust also. As a leader, you have to show the trust on your team members. When you delegate a job to someone, set him free. Don't do micromanaging, right? So many people have got the habit of doing micromanaging. They just every 5 minutes they will go and check whether he is doing or not, whether he is doing properly or not, what he is doing, where he has now reached in his task. So every 5 minutes they will go and do the checking. So don't do this micromanaging checking. Have a trust in your employees. Show your trust. When you delegate the job, tell him that I fully trust you. Now this is your responsibility. Once you start giving them the responsibility, then they will also take the ownership of that particular job, particular responsibility assigned to them. And they will also show their trust towards you, right? So they will also try to prove themselves, yes, we are also trustworthy. So start trusting them when you delegate the job. So start trusting them. With the trust you delegate them, give them a good responsibility. Responsibility means what kind of responsibilities which they are able to do it, not other assignments which they are not capable of doing it. So this gives your employees the opportunity to gain skills and leadership experience. So this is the most important thing. This is the most, actually we can say, the motivational thing. When you assign the job to your team member, just leave him, right? So let him take the leadership, right, of that particular job. So that is an opportunity for him to prove himself, right? So that experience will be a very positive experience for the employee, and ultimately it will going to benefit your company. You hired them for a reason. Now give them a chance to prove you right. The most important thing when you hire someone, so for a reason, then now give them the chance to prove that you are right. You have selected the right person for the organization, right? So delegation, so it is an art. Very, very, very carefully you have to delegate. Now, SWOT analysis, everybody knows about it. That know about the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats about your team members, about your employees. So once you start learning the SWOT, start doing the SWOT analysis of your employees, so you will come to know. So what kind of job can be assigned to them so that the productivity increases, the efficiency increases of each and every employee. Just think it over. Just think it over. What if your employees are very much productive, very much efficient in doing their job? So your workload decreases, your satisfaction level increases, right? How good you are going to feel? You will feel a satisfied person, isn't it? Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Then the next thing is match task to skills. So knowing your employee skills and behavioral styles is essential for maximizing efficiency. So now what do you have to do? Now you have to observe their styles, how they work, their behavior, the behavior part. Right? The behavior part is how they are doing the things that can be seen. That what can be seen is known as a behavioral style. So what are their behavioral styles? How they perform their job, how they do their job, right? Whether they do it smilingly, they keep a smile on their face and do it, or they just do it in a rude way, right? So the behavior part is very, very important to be noted. So you can improve that behavioral part also. So why, first of all, why he is behaving in such a way, why this employee is behaving in such a way? So knowing your employees' skills and behavioral style is essential for maximizing their efficiency, right? So employee skills, now we learned in delegation part. So what skills they are carrying, what set of skills. So there are plenty of set of skills required to perform a particular job, right? Now, for example, now if you want to conduct a training program, so what skills are required? Certain set of skills are required, right? Like number one, communication skills. Your communication should be good. You should learn that skill. Your presentation skills should be good, right? The way you talk, your vocals, right? Your voice modulations, your body language. So there are plenty of skills included in a trainings. When we want to provide a training, the set of skills is required, right? So that any particular job, do any particular job and take any particular job, any job requires a set of skills. So when in your organization, when you assign a task to your team members, so what kind of skills do you find in them? What set of skills are needed to perform that particular task? Because task keeps on changing, right? Task keeps on changing. So according to the task, the skill sets are also changing. So what set of skills your employees are having is very, very important, and how they are implementing. Now the part of implementation, how they are implementing, this is the behavioral part. How they implement, this is the behavioral part. How, in what sense they are doing it, whether in a positive manner or in a negative manner. So for example, now an extroverted, creative, out of the box thinker is probably a great person to pitch ideas to clients. However, they might struggle if they are given a more rule intense, detail oriented task. Now once you know your employee is extroverted, he is creative, he thinks out of box, he is very good in his pitch, he has got a brilliant ideas. So basically what you'll do, you'll put him into sales. So the set of skills what he is carrying is good for sales. So what we have to do now, we have to match the skills of an employee to the particular job assigned to him. Now he has got a certain set of skills which is suitable to become a good salesperson. So why not make him a salesperson so that he can bring in more clients, he can generate more revenue, right? Now some people, some employees love to sit in office and do the office job, and some people, they love outside job. So now you have to find out, so who are those person who love to do the job inside the office, and the person who are really interested in outside jobs. So you can assign the task according to their interest, in according to their skills what they have, so that their efficiency increases, their productivity increases. Now asking your employees to be great at everything just isn't efficient, right? So instead, before giving an employee an assignment, ask yourself. Now you have to just do the brainstorming. Now you have to ask yourself, is this the person best suited to perform this task? Is this is the right man, is the right employee to be given this job? If not, find someone else whose skills and styles match your needs. Now you should know, so what set of skills are required to conduct the particular task, right? So now you know now how to uh, ask your employees to give their data about what they are good at, what are their interests. So there are many interactions. You have to do plenty of interactions between you and your team members. You are a leader, right? Managers are leaders, HR professionals are leaders. So what you have to do, counselings, asking questions, probing them, finding out their needs, what they want, right? So according to their need and their skills, their knowledge, you can give them the task which is suitable or the match that matches with their own skills. And you see the employee will be very happy because he is doing the thing what he knows, what he is good at doing, right? So results will be fantastic. Then communicate effectively. So every manager knows that communication is the key to a productive workforce. Very, very, very important. You have to interact plenty of times. Every day you have to interact. At any given point, the communication should not be broken. You should have a good communication. Why you should have a good communication? Once you have a good communication with your team members, so your bonding, your relationships are very much strong. Your rapport is good. You're building trust in them. You're building motivation in them, right? So they will love to listen to you, and they will also freely communicate. You have to encourage this communication in your team members. Now, once you notice that X employee is not talking at all in the meetings or in the when we discuss about the ideas about the task, when you notice that a particular employee is not talking at all, so you have to encourage that particular employee to talk, because the clear reason is what? Every employee is an intelligent employee. Every employee is a knowledgeable employee. Every employee is an informative employee, right? And every employee is an asset to your company. And every employee carries good ideas with them. The only thing is that they don't take out their ideas. They don't bring their ideas out, right? As you said, fear. So similarly, the fear factor is affecting their communication. So they fear, what if I contribute my idea with the team members? What if my idea is rejected? What if the people laugh at me? Right? What if my idea doesn't work? So they have a plenty of negative blocks in their mind, right? And the fear factor in their mind, what the people are going to say about me, what people are going to think about me. So these fear factors don't allow them to bring out their ideas in meetings. So you have to encourage them, whether their idea is good or bad. Always appreciate their ideas so that they are encouraged to come out with another idea next time. Once you say that your idea is not good at all, you please shut up and sit quiet. So he will never speak in the meetings, never in future also. He will not going to say any idea. Even if he has a brilliant idea than others, he won't speak, because he knows. So if I talk, so what response I will be getting from my leaders or from my team members. So never ever discourage them. Never ever discourage your team members. Always encourage them. Always appreciate them. Even that idea what they are giving is not going to be, suppose it's not a similar idea or a relevant idea, it is not going to work also in your task. It is not going to help you in your task also. Then also appreciate them. Appreciation means at least that person, he tried out. He tried out with some idea. He came out with some ideas. So you have to give the appreciation for bringing his thought process out in the meetings. So encourage them to bring out their ideas. So this healthier communication, the more the communication, more the interaction between you and your team members will increase their productivity. They will increase their efficiencies. So now there are plenty of things in meetings we do one-to-one. So there are technologies also. Now technology has allowed us to contact each other with the mere click of a button, or should we say tap of a touch screen. Now everybody has got a touch screen mobile phones, right? So this naturally means that current communication methods are as efficient as possible, right? But not necessarily every time. This is technology is not going to work. But many times the best thing is a one-to-one meetings what we do. So effective communication is the key. Effective communication is the key for the success. So Mac Kenny can say study found that emails can take up to nearly 28% of an employee's time. Plenty of time. Employees are busy in checking out their emails or replying to their mails. So in fact, email was revealed to be the second most time consuming activity in workers, that is your employees, after their job specific task. Means once they finish the task, then they have to reply to their seniors, right? So instead of relying solely on email, try social networking tools designed for even quicker team communication. So there are now, see, these are just an example for you. So you can use any of the examples. So social media is also now very much active. Everybody is now active on WhatsApp. Everybody has got WhatsApp message, right? So it has become very easy to communicate. So wherever you are in your workplace, right? Suppose you are at one corner and your employees, your team member is in the other corner. You can just WhatsApp him, or you can make a phone call. Yeah, just come here. Or any task, any communication you can do through your WhatsApp also, right? Please do this task. Anything, any message you can type and send him what is necessary to do that particular task. So you can also encourage your employees to occasionally adopt a more antiquated form of contact. Voice to voice communication, that is the best thing. Voice to voice communication, face to face communication, or if you talk on the phone or on the mobile phones, voice to voice communication is very effective. So having a quick meeting or phone call can settle a matter that might have taken hours of back and forth emails. So now see, emails, when people are going to check the emails when they are free, right? So first initially, a few years back, everybody, when emails were new, so everybody used to use this communication. Even my seniors, when I was also working in an organization long back, so even my seniors, they used to send me mails. Yeah, Hitendra, this is the thing we have to do. I was into marketing and sales. So this training program has to be conducted. These are the newly appointed sales people. So this is the date. For a particular date, we have to conduct the training program for the new employees. So all messages were through emails, right? Now, if somebody is busy or some urgent work has to be done, if somebody is busy with some other task, he is not able to check his email all the time. So that particular task, that particular job is lost. That urgency is gone. So now there are so many platforms, right, to communicate with your employees, right? So you can use any which is convenient to both of you, you and your employees. Then keep goals clear and focused. So you can't expect employees to be efficient if they don't have a focused goal to aim for, if they are not clear about their task, if they are not clear what they have to do, their productivity is going to lose. Just they are going to waste their time in thinking what I have to do, why this task has been assigned to me, what I have to do with this task, right? What is the purpose of this task, right? What is the aim of this task? How I am going to do this task? What is the process of doing this task? So if they are not clear and not focused, if they are not clear, so they won't be focused, right? So the productivity is lost. So more of the time is going into thinking, right? So make the point. So before assigning the job to anyone, so make it a clear points to your team members. Why this task has to be done? What is the purpose of the task? Once they understand the purpose of the task, the goals are very much clear in their mind once. So then they are entirely focused on doing the things. So if a goal is not clearly defined and actually achievable, employees will be less productive. Goals are achievable. right? Actually, they are achievable. The tasks which the organization is giving to their employees are achievable, but they are not defined clearly to them. If they are not defined clearly to them, then the productivity definitely is going to lose. They are going to reduce their efficiencies and productivity. The employees will get demotivated very fast. Now, this is the demotivating things, demoralizing things. Then the employees, get very much frustrated that they are not able to do the things. Then they feel guilty from inside. The job has been assigned to me, but I am not able to do it. From inside, they feel guilty, right? Once they feel guilty, then what is going to happen? The performance is going to reduce. The negativity is going to build up in their mind. So try to make sure employees' assignments are as clear and narrow as possible. Make it very much crystal clear things to your employees. Make it very much clear and and confirm from your employees whether they have understood the assignment or not. The task assigned to them, confirm with them, make them talk. See, this is the task you have to do, and you explain the task and ask him the question whether he has understood the task or not, right? So make him understand. That is very, very important. Making understand the task. Once he understands the task, then so nothing can stop him. Then he can do the job very easily, very easily. Once it is understood, when the things are understood, then it can be implemented very easily. Once you don't understand, if you don't understand the things, then how are you going to implement it? So it is very difficult for anybody to implement if they are not understood the concept. The concept should be clear. If the concept is clear, then implementation becomes very easy, right? So let them know exactly what you expect from them. Now, your expectations from each and every employee. When you're giving them the task, then what are your expectations? When you explain the task, let them understand, confirm the understanding, and what you expect from them, again, confirm the understanding and leave them. Leave them with the job, right? No micromanaging, no running behind them. They will take the responsibility, right? They will take the ownership of the particular job once understood. Once understood, they will take the responsibility, the ownership of the particular task, and they will give you the performance as per your expectations, and tell them specifically what impact this assignment will have. Once they complete the assignment, what impact is going to have on the organization or on the other things, because everybody is linked. All departments are connected to each other. Once you perform your job, then your job is carry forwarded to someone. He is doing his job, then that is carry forwarded to someone else. So it is a rolling things. So every job is connected to each and every employee, into each and every department. So one way to do this is to make sure your goals are smart, right? So goals are smart means everybody knows it should be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. Every goal should be time bound. They should have a deadline to perform a task. If they have a deadline, then only they can perform very well. If they don't have a deadline, so they will leave it as it is. So before assigning an employee a task, ask yourself if it fits each of these requirements. If not, ask yourself how the task can be tweaked to help your workers stay focused and efficient, right? Then incentivize employees. Now, this thing, varies from industry to industry. So these are only the example I'm giving you. So one of the best ways to encourage employees is to be more efficient, is to actually give them a reason to do so. Recognizing your workers for a job well done will make them feel appreciated and encourage them to continue increasing their productivity. No, which is the best incentive? The best incentive. Can anybody unmute their mic and say which is the best incentive the employee wants?
Maybe the recognition.
Fantastic. Yes, recognition. Very right. Very correct. So recognition everybody wants, right? So everybody would like to be appreciated. right? Now, if you appreciate anybody's job, so he's automatically motivated to do something good next time. So appreciation is the best motivation, and appreciation is the best incentive for each and every employee. Just pat him on the back. Yes, well done. You have done a great job today. And you see next day he is performing more better and better and better, because you are giving him some good feelings about his job. So you are giving him some job satisfaction words. So when deciding how to reward efficient employees, make sure you take into account their individual needs or preferences. Right now, because everybody, all employees needs are different, right? So you have to identify the needs of your employees, what they want, right? Everybody wants something. Now, for example, one employee might appreciate public recognition, that I want to be appreciated in public. So that is one kind of incentive, one kind of motivation, right? So appreciation is the biggest motivation, and he wants the public recognition, that in the meetings, in your official meetings or an annual meets, so he should be given recognition by, yeah, this XYZ employee is done a fantastic job. Now somebody, your leader, your manager is saying something good about you in public, so you are getting some good recognition, so you are going to be more productive. That particular employee will be more productive, next time. So while another would prefer a private thank you, just thank you will be enough. Arey, thank you, thank you, Suresh, you have done a very great job, right? Just thank you is enough for someone, right? In addition to simple words of gratitude, here are a few incentives you can try. These are just which I will showing you some examples, additional examples. It may work for some and it may not work for some, but let us see what they are. PTO, that is paid time off. Now, instead of a bonus or raise, you can offer your employees additional paid time off without having to use their vacation or sick time. Take them out for a meal. You can take the team member out to a lunch or dinner or for a happy hour. So maybe even allow them to leave work early to do so. Send a handwritten note. Sending a handwritten note shows you recognize the great work your employees have done, and that you care enough to put your own personal time into thanking them. Lazy Monday coupons. These are very funny ideas. So another option is a lazy Monday coupon, which allows employees to arrive late on a Monday morning. Now tell your boss, if you email the team or team members thanking them for their work, considering copying your boss on the email. That is, when you send an thank you email or appreciation email to your employee, you have to mark CC to your boss, right? So your boss should also know that your team member is doing something good. And try a wellness program. Consider implementing a workplace wellness program to cut down on the number of sick days and reduce your company's overall health insurance spend. Then cut out the exercise. If possible, try not to give employees smaller, unnecessary tasks when they are focused on a larger goal. So many times what happens, employees are being disturbed by giving them a smaller jobs. They have to leave the main task. What the task they are doing it, they have to leave that main task and do something else, right? So their focus is lost, their concentration is lost, their thought process is broken, right? And the productivity and efficiency will be also gone. So take a look at the team's routine and see if there is anything that you can cut to give employees more time to focus on higher priority assignments, right? So avoid giving them the smaller things. Let them do their task, which is been assigned to them, and you encourage the concentration time, right? Let them focus on what they are doing it, right? Do not disturb them. Now, for example, if employees are asking to write daily reports for their supervisors, this is just an example. So, but supervisors generally don't have time to read them. Considering cutting the word count requirement, doing something simply as a formality is wasting valuable time that could be used for accomplishing goals that actually help your company. So instead, uh, we are wasting a lot of time. Not all, but some are literally doing these things. They ask the employee in between the task to just send the reports, but they are not have time to, they don't have time to read the reports, right? So the time is wasted. So why to waste the employee time, the productive time, right? So there are two kinds of time. One is productive time and the second one is unproductive time. So why to waste their time? Give them the productive time. So let them enjoy their productive time, let them enjoy their work and give the best performance. So train and develop your employees. So reducing training or cutting is all together might seem like a good way to save company time and money. Yeah, because everybody wants to reduce uh, the cost cutting. We say cost cutting, we have to do cost cutting. So in cost cutting, what they cut, the first thing is the training things, and that is the most important thing required in the organization, right? So save company time and money. Learning on the job is said to be an effective way to train, after all. So however, this could ultimately backfire. Definitely it is going to backfire. Forcing employees to learn their jobs on the fly can be extremely inefficient. Learn by your own. Now you have been appointed in this organization for a particular job. This is your team. Now learn from your team member. Just look and learn by yourself. Right? So the productivity is not going to come. Right? So productivity will only come when they are given proper training for that particular task or for the particular job they have been assigned in the organization. So instead of having workers haphazardly trying to accomplish a task with zero guidance, take the extra day to teach them the necessary skills to do their job, because it is very much required. It is very much required because they are coming from some outside world to your organization. They don't know anything about your organization. They are freshers, maybe they are freshers, or maybe some experienced employees been hired in your organization. But even though they are experienced, but they are coming from different organization. There the process is different. In your organization, process is different, working environment is different. So you have to train him and you have to make him adjust in your work environment. You have to involve that new fresher, whether he's a fresher or experienced person, a new employee has to be you have to bring him in the environment of your work style, because everybody in every industry, the working pattern, the working style is different. So once the employee leaves a particular organization and joins some other organization, so their working is different, right? So he has to start from scratch, and once he has to start from scratch means he has to, what he requires proper guidance. And who will give the proper guidance? You, as a leader, as a manager, you have to give him the proper guidances. So this way they can set about accomplishing their task on their own, and your time won't be wasted down the road answering simple questions or correcting errors, right? So if you don't train them, so what is going to happen? Every now and then they will come and disturb you. Sir, what to do now? Sir, what to do now? I'm stuck. Now I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. So every time they will come and they will disturb you. So time is wasted, productivity is gone, efficiency is gone. Then task is carry forwarded for the next day, right? So what you have to do, you have to prepare your employees for future. So you have to take out time to train him today. If you train him today, so in the coming days, he will be independently doing the things without disturbing anybody, right? So make him independent. So past their original training, encourage continued employee development, helping them expand their skill sets, which build a much more advanced workforce, which will benefit your company in the long run. Definitely, it is going to help you in the long run when you develop your employees' skills. So there are a number of ways you can support employee development, like individual coaching, workshops, courses, seminars, job shadowing, or mentoring, or even just increasing their responsibilities. Or even you can hire an external trainer also, like us. Now we are an external trainers. So we have been assigned by, called by many organizations, right? We go over there, we train their employees. So you can call us also. External trainers help you a lot, and that saves your time also. Offering these opportunities will give employees additional skills that allow them to improve their efficiency and productivity. Now, embrace telecommuting. Now, allowing your employees to work from home might seem inefficient. After all, how can you guarantee that they will still be productive if no one is watching them? Right? So nowadays, new normal, latest job function is going on. New normal. What is new normal? Work from home. Right? So COVID-19 has made everybody sit at home and work from home. So this is a new thing, a new normal. Right? So, however, the reality is quite the opposite. The reality is quite the opposite. The persons working from home, the productivity has increased, the efficiency has increased, their responsibility, they have become more responsible because they are alone at home. There are no team members in front of them. They are alone working from home, right? Nobody is there from their organization. So now the sense of ownership has been developed, sense of responsibility has been developed, right? And the loyalty, the honesty they are doing, they're working very, very hard work they are doing, and honestly they are doing it, right? Their efficiency is going up now when they are working from home. So the studies also shows that who work from home are 13% more productive than office employees, because there is no one to gossip. Because in office what they do, they take breaks, right? And they start gossiping, criticizing each other, right? So now when they are working from home, so there is no one to criticize, right? So they're not wasting time in other things like smoking, then going for a walk, small walk, or going for a cup of tea. So plenty of things, is been avoided when they are working from home because they are alone. They are alone. So letting your employees telecommute will allow them to save time that would otherwise be wasted completely. Lot of time, because they are free to work from home and they are available 24 hours. They are available 24 hours. Now, for example, say an employee is feeling too ill to come into office, or is simply worried about getting their co-workers sick, but can still be productive because he's working from home. Now, if you don't allow them to work from home, they will be forced to take a sick leave and skip working altogether, or forcing your employee to miss an entire day of work if they have to wait for the 2 to 4 hours period to get their refrigerated fix. Simply isn't efficient, right? Now every now and then half day leave is been taken by the employees because they have got certain tasks to complete at home, right? So that time has been saved. Instead, allow your employee to work from home so they can maximize what time they do have available. So whatever time is available, they can, at any time they can do their office work, and anytime they can do their house work also. So both the things have been balanced now. So give each other feedback. So there is no hope of increasing employee efficiency if they don't know they are being inefficient in the first place, right? So feedbacks are very, very important. So increase employee efficiency if they don't know, so you have to communicate, you have to give them the feedback. So This is why performance reviews are essentials. Why these organizations are organizing this performance review meetings are been done in all the organizations to see to the performance of each and every employee. So measure your employees' performance, that hold individual meetings to let them know where they are excelling and what areas they need to work on, right? So increasing employee efficiency isn't all about what they can do better. Some of the responsibility falls on you as well. So increasing employees efficiencies is your responsibility also. It is not alone employees' responsibility. It is the leader's responsibility too. So after reviewing your employees, ask them what you could do to help them improve. Ask some questions. Means what kind of help I can be to you? What assistance you require from me? What knowledge you require from me? What skills you want to learn more? Right. So you can ask some questions to them and upgrade them. Upgrade your employees time to time to improve their efficiencies. So maybe they would like a little more guidance on certain tasks, or would prefer a little more room for creative freedom. If a small a little guidance if they need, and you give them little guidance, a small direction they want to complete the task, you give them the direction and see the task has been done. So asking for feedback not only gives you clear, immediate ways to help your employees improve, but also encourages a culture of open dialogue that will allow for continued development over time. So feedbacks are very, very important, to develop your employees, improve their productivity and efficiencies. Then think big picture. Now, things that might seem like an inefficient use of time to you now might actually be to your advantage in the long run. Sometimes, now we have to look at the positive side of each and every situation, right? So, because every situation has got two sides, positive side and the negative side. Now, you have to see the positive side of the situation, what advantages it is going to bring in long run. So before allowing an apparent misuse of time, ask yourself how this could possibly benefit your company. Investing in HR software now can save your company and your employees countless hours down the road. Forum or from automated onboarding to payroll that runs itself. Embracing HR's technology will improve efficiency, reduce frustration, and help your business grow. So there are now many softwares also available in the market, and many agencies are also available, right? So one agency is Mr. Chetan Vani's agency, right? So they are also into HR developments, payrolls, and all. So you can take the help from them also to save your time. So by utilizing a number of our efficiency tips, you can be sure that you don't fall behind and put that extra hour to good productive use. So improve efficiency and productivity, improve employee efficiency and productivity with training. Once screened, hired, and on the job training is a crucial part of ensuring productivity that we have already discussed. Now, there is a lot of skills you can help your employees develop to improve their productivity, from small day-to-day skills like developing the idle time management style for their work. A 2013 study in the International Journal of Science and Research found that training greatly benefits both employers and employees. Proper training also leads to greater efficiency and productivity. So trainings are not to be avoided. Trainings are must. They are on the first priority of any organization to develop their employees, because their employees are their assets, right? If their assets are not developed properly, you are not going to get the returns out of those assets, right? So don't make your assets your liability. So convert your assets into profits. right? So you can only convert your assets into profits by providing them the right kind of trainings, right? So will to win soft skills development training center, we are here that we can improve your employees efficiency and productivity. We give online webinars and plus physical trainings, offline physical trainings also we provide. Our mobile number, our email ID is available on your screen. 9428066418 is our mobile number, and hitendra@will2win.in is our email ID. You can contact us anytime for your employees development. Then focus on the future with clear communication. So it's true in romance and it's true in business, right? Communication is required. So communication is the key to success. Without effective two-way communication, relationships ends and business fail. So managers who effectively communicate clearly expectations and responsibilities to their employees will be rewarded with an engaged, productive workforce. To get started creating a full culture of positive communication, flip the typical script. Now you have to create the positive environment in your organization. You have to encourage everybody to communicate effectively. Communication should not be one way. Communication should always be in a two-way. So a CRM learning article posts that 80% of work related conversation. So what conversation takes place in the organization is just an article. So that includes assigning blames. Now 80% of the work related conversation is spent on the problems of the past. Now 80% people talk about the past related things in the organization. So that includes assigning blame. Because of that person this happened, because of that person this happened, so this and that is going on, this person this that and that person did that. So blame game is there always, and that is 80%. Then 50% is spent on what's happening now, the current scenario, right? The focus on the current scenario of the employees are only 15%, and the amount of time spent discussing solutions about the future. Now what, then how much percent the employees discuss about the solutions and about the future possibilities of the organization, about their growth, about the organization growth? It is a tiny 5% only 5%, right? So CRM is an acronym that stands for customer relationship management. Now you can see this graph. Actually this is a study done by someone, right? So people, subject to work related conversations, what conversations they have in the organization. So one is formal and one is informal, right? So formal talks are how much? It is only 5%, right? Present is only 15%, and the past they talk about is 80%. Future is about 5%. This very if you can see the graph, now you know where to increase your conversation ratio, where to increase. So focusing on the future, because future we are only concentrating on 5%. Now about the solutions and about the upgradations, about the growth of the organization, about the growth of the employee, we have to focus about future. Now instead of rehearsing past issues, forget past, what is done is done, forget that past. Now concentrate on the present moment, what you have to do right now, and discuss about the future, what you are going to do tomorrow. So demonstrate your commitment to moving forward, and that helps you find positive solutions. Now this doesn't mean you should ignore past failures, right? So you have to learn from your past failures, you have to learn from your mistakes and move ahead. So instead learn to approach negative situations in a positive way, in a productive way. So boost your company's employees productivity today. So you don't need to spend lakhs of rupees on high-end perks to foster this engagement through. All you need to do is put yourself in your employee's shoes and think like an employee, right? And ask yourself how you can improve your work culture so it's more conducive to productivity. Put in some time and effort in the coming months, and you will start to see employee productivity is on the rise. Making small changes, you don't have to need to make a big changes, just small changes in the habits will drastically improve the levels of productivity and efficiency of your employees. The stressful workplace will not yield results, because stressful atmosphere, work environment, negative environment is not going to give you results. So employees that consistently operate under highly stressful conditions are found to be less productive and have higher levels of disengagement and absenteeism. They need to be happy. They have a right to be happy. So showing employees how much the company appreciates, respects, and values them on a personal level is gratified and often overlooked. So appreciate your employees today, right? Because appreciation is the biggest motivation. So that will increase, they will enhance their productivity and efficiency. So there is nothing more important to any business than its employees, because any business you require employees. Those are your hands. Employees are your hands, right? Without hands, you cannot grow your organization. You cannot take your organization to the next level without hands, right? So employees are your own hands. They are your main assets. You are converting your assets into profit now. So if your employees are happy, their productivity will increase, and that's exactly what you need to help your businesses grow. So I thank you all the participants for listening very carefully and understanding the productivity and efficiency to increase, right? So now you know how to increase the productivity and efficiency of your employee, right? So I wish you all the happy learning. And this is are the best regards from Hitendra Soneji. I am the founder, CEO, motivational speaker, and a corporate trainer. And my mobile number is 9428066418, and my email ID is hitendra@will2win.in. Any questions, anytime you can ask me, right? So I am ready to help you out, answer your questions. And we are at Will to Win Soft Skills Development Training Center, improving your employees' efficiency and productivity all the time, online or offline, physically also, right? Thank you very much, participants, and thank you, Chetan, for giving me an opportunity on this platform to share my knowledge. uh, Now if any questions, if any participant has, can ask now. You can unmute your mic and you can ask the questions.
So really, it was a very informative session, a very wonderful session that you had described in 10 points that how to increase our employees' efficiency. So I'm sure many of them might have a questions. So I'd request them to please use the YouTube platform to comment on the question. The same will be passed on to Sir Suriji sir, and then he will reply to you. So once again, thank you, sir, Hitendra Suriji sir, for giving such a wonderful session. Thank you, viewers, for listening this session. And if you are new to this channel, do subscribe to this channel, My Online HR Manager. Here we help entrepreneurs to manage their HR department of their own. There are some videos in a very simplified way wherein you can manage your HR on your own. It's a step-by-step tutorial we are offering for entrepreneurs and HR professionals. So with this, I here conclude the session, and uh, over to sir if you want to say some few words.
That's all.
Okay.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And have